Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn, here with our modded playthrough, and I have done a few things, but not a great deal. We have cleared out the land here. I asked last episode whether we should do the double food here, and it makes sense. It makes sense. So we're going to do kohlrabi on the smaller side, and then cassavas on the larger side. And we're going to do the same up here as well. So we're going to, basically everything that happens over here is going to get mirrored over here, and vice versa. So whatever this gets, this will get. That's the idea. And then the second one is home one there. So yeah, there. However, I need more beavers. I very much need more beavers. So yeah, this one has one spare beaver, and I need to put in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 more houses, more buildings here, plus whatever we need for the fermented cassava. So yeah, I need more beavers over here, and I think this is the same. This is slightly low. This has got 2 spare, so yeah, but it's the same deal. And here we're missing 38 jobs, so I've enabled the breeding pods. We should get a load of kits coming along. We've got 24 right now, so it should all be going. It should all be doing wonders, and hopefully everything will be awesome. We do need to do something else as well. I mean, it's something I missed. I completely missed it, and I just don't know what I was kind of thinking. I've put in these here, the fermenters, to ferment canola oil and soybeans down to fermented soybeans, so we get food. Brilliant. And then it's being sent off, and everything's fantastic, and people are in it. However, we don't have any canola oil coming in. I have no canola oil being built anywhere. So, oops. I think we need to do it. I don't want to do it here. I don't want to build anything on this side of the train track here. There is something with the train track as well that I want to do. That's all lower priority, so that's fine. We'll do that in a minute. So we need to put in a oil press, which will press the canola into canola oil. Yeah, we'll press the canola into canola oil. Yeah. So the problem to this, however, is I need to think ahead. And by that I mean, we're going to have the power line in here. We know the power line is going to run underground here. Now, the best way to bring the power line out, the old-fashioned way, would be to T-junction it, blow up this section here, and have this come up and into it. Come up, and then the building's next to it. However, we don't have to do that. We could blow up a line here and have a power line come in and use a universal power shaft, which will connect the main shaft here to the building above it, and it can gain power through the floor. Brilliant. Brilliant. Also, I tried with the idea of it, instead of actually putting in my brain's not engaged, is it? Wow. Instead of putting straight power lines through here, I tried with the idea of putting in flywheels along here, because they are overpowered. I'm going to be honest with you. I know one of the devs for it has watched some of these. I don't know if they're still watching, but I feel like they're a little overpowered. 2,000 horsepower hours. It's a bit much for a 1x1. I feel like there should be about 1,000. But I've not looked at the balance behind this before. This is a weird one as well. The medium flywheel, which is 3x3x3, stores 15,000. I don't know what the connections are to it. So the advantage might be that it can connect left, right, up, down, forward, backwards. It might have 9 connections on it. 6 connections on it, sorry. But you could fit 3 of these in the same place, which give you 30,000, which is twice that amount. The only advantage would be that it's there, so it's a bit, I don't feel like the medium ones, it could have its uses. It very much could have its uses if you put it like under a building. It could get power from the side and then transfer the power up and store power, so I can see it being useful. So yeah, but compared to these two, which are both 10,000 each, this one's overpowered and this one's underpowered. It's just my opinion, but yeah, so we might run just lines through there. I'll put a power line in here, a straight power shaft, and we might just, instead of doing that, we might just do flywheels all along underneath here. I don't perceive it being a problem for the game. But maybe building that many of them will cause issues. There's only one way to find out, so I think we'll do it and find out. So here is where I want to change things up. Now, I've installed a new mod. One I've had. It was 2 mods I want to install, and I chose to only install one of them because the other one I didn't think would be useful here. And that is the side platformers mod. This mod allows you to build platforms which you connect to the side of just like a bridge, but you can build on top of them. So they will work just like the steel bridges, but will actually allow us to not necessarily stack them, but because they can connect to the side, we could put a steel bridge on top and have this underneath, and it would work. So that's my idea. I can't use them yet because I can't unlock them, because I don't have the science, because we don't have the science built, because I don't have the beavers, so it's all kind of falling apart a little bit there. But that's the plan. The plan is to build these, to get these here. So they are up to 4 long. And if we look here, we have a 4 bridge here. We have a 5 bridge, but if I stick to the 4 bridge, and we can do this underneath. So the idea would be we'd have a platform underneath here, which would go out just by like 2 or 1 or whatever we do here. And we won't have to build all this infrastructure here. They're not that expensive as well, just planks and logs. That one requires some metal, but that's not too bad. This is cheaper, but and then we can put the metal ones on top. So the train tracks look like they're going over things, and the power lines are just on underneath. And I think that's what I wanted. I wanted to avoid building this sort of thing here. Particularly here, we're going to have to do some form of platforms coming up, because there's no way I don't have a 20 long bridge, which I don't even know how long that is. Hold on. So it's going to start like here. So that's 10. So yeah, it needs to be 10, 12, and this one needs to be 10 or 12. So the longest one is 4, so we might do like 4, reverse it round, and that still wouldn't work. 4, 8, 12. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Plus, I don't know how these work yet. I don't know whether they can just connect that way. We know the steel bridges, you put one that way, and then you can rotate around, put one this way. However, as you see, even if we did it here, it's not going to work for us. It's not going to work because that we put. So if I pause and put one there, and then I turn around and put one, which would be perspective camera there. That is lined up with that tile there, and we need to go 3 more tiles. So yeah, either before we put that sort of bridge in there, we need to get bots so we can extend this out here, so we can actually do that sort of thing, and then maybe even put a mound of dirt in the center, or we just need to deal with some platforms in there. But we have options now to do that, and it'll make it look nice. So let's destroy this, and this, and this, and even that, and I think that as well. The platform, yeah, might as well remove that for the moment as well. The advantage of this is they cost 1 log to make. Flywheels obviously cost gears and 10 logs, so it's a much bigger investment, but wood's easy to get, so not that fussed about it. Okay, so we need to basically just accelerate time, let the game go. This has not been built yet. Thank you very much for pointing out that I missed the path here. That was awkward. That would have been very awkward to do. This I don't think can reach all that far. It seems to be able to reach to about here and then stop, so it can't help any further. It's all on District 1 now. I'm going to change that. I'm actually going to change that. We're going to demolish this. We're going to demolish this, and we're going to connect District 2 up and District 3 up to it. Like District, yeah, 2 and 3 up to there. I'll say District 1. District. I'm going to rename this. I'm going to rename this to Central District. This is Central District. Boom, there you go. And then we're going to have shall we say this is the south? Let's say this is the south. So Central District. So North District would be up there. This would be East District. If you've got better names for them, let me know. What do you suggest? East District and West District. So it's kind of like a bit of Dragonball here. We got East City, West City. Boom, there you go. So Central, East, West, and then we can go like a North one over here. We're not going to have a South City, so that's not going to happen. But yeah, so now that's going to... So that means you actually have something else to do, because these don't really have a great deal to do building-wise at the moment. So you might as well come down here and build this for us. So yeah, and you have 2.7 thousand wood. You've got plenty of wood. That's no problem. I think this is all done here. Yep, if we look down here, yeah. I built platforms down here in between where the wheels would go. So we can now demolish this. Bada bada boom. There we go. Awesome, awesome. And here we can put in the flywheels. But we need to unlock these ones, which cost 2,500 science. And we don't have 2,500 science. And we can put them in here. 2 stacks of them in here. The power line can go down to here. Everything will be awesome. I think this should have happened over here as well. Yes, it has. Awesome. Oh, we got a little bit more to detonate. Boom, 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 boom. Let's do this one here. Oh, this needs to come down as well, quite far actually. I haven't done this for a while. So, yeah, we need to wait for that to be built and come down and do its thing there. So, but yeah, I think kind of what I just need to do is wait for our beaver population to go up and hopefully our food not go down. Might be awkward because I haven't put in the farms. I don't have the beavers here to do that. No, what I need to do is I need to up your population, don't I? So we're currently 50 and we're good. We've got 3 spare beavers. So we're going to add 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So we want to go to 62. I'm going to go to 64 because it's a good number. Okay, both of you can have 64 beavers. It's a good number. They can have some spare beavers. That's fine. Some might get injured. Some might get just, I don't know. Just having more beavers can't hurt. And we'll put in these here as well. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. I don't think they'll build them until after they built this because this is a higher priority, I believe. Yep. Well, it's the same priority, but that was built first, so... Okay. Okay, so we'll do that. Maybe they will build this because they've got so many builders and only one builder can come and build this at a time. Like only, I think the multiple builders can deliver goods, but once it's got all 12 goods, only one builder can work here. So whilst that one builder's working, our other 7 builders will go and build other things. So, yeah. And then we can change these up to be cassavas and plant the cassavas and actually get that going. Get some cassava storage. And we're still waiting on the power here, but we can always get a fermenter going and just power it via a beaver. This has got a bit of food taken over because I'm concerned that this is gonna, with the population increase and less food coming in, we might have an issue. I predict an issue. Yeah. So, but okay, I'm gonna let this run. And we're going to let this build, and hopefully this will work absolutely beautifully fine. I want to up the priority of the removal of the berries, so we make sure that gets absolutely done. All these are obviously being grabbed up. This is slowing down our beavers as well. They've got to come along here and do things and get stuff, and they're picking up things here. And yeah, but that's fine. That's fine. They're also, I've noticed, they're also coming from here and dropping stuff off in here, and I don't want that, so I'm going to destroy this building and I'm going to destroy this one. I don't want them trading here. I want them trading here. This is close and good. I don't want them trading out here. That's pointless, so we'll get rid of that as well. That's probably been going on for a while. That's been slowing down a lot of production. So okay, let us wait for beavers to come back, for many things to build. Oh, the drought has ended and cycle 33 has started, and I've had to go around and change some things. I had to change the priorities on things. If you remember, I had all this waste stuff here, the rubble, set to high priority so the beavers could come and pick it up, and I wanted them to do that. That's fine. However, I noticed there was an issue, and I normally do that. I normally have rubble set to high priority so that they pick it up and clear it out of the way. Because if you try and build over it, it pushes it around and you can push it to places where they then can't get it anymore, so it's awkward. But also, they need to pick the rubble up because it can be used. You know, we can use it for storage. We can use it for wood and things. So we got. However, what was happening was that the beavers were taking a single log, building something, and then all coming out to grab some logs and put them back in there because they were taking, like, each one was taking a log, and then it ended up that basically they were only getting maybe one of these done a day, if that. You know, sometimes it takes 2 days just to get one done. And I'm like, okay, so I've dropped all of these down to a low priority now. So all of these are low, so they won't come and pick them up yet. They will eventually, when there's nothing left to do, they will pick these up. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Our cassavas is all in there, and we are building some fermenters and things over here to get that going on there, as well as some storage for it. So that I did remember to build this. I remember I talked about it and didn't do it, but I did remember to do it. So that's there, and it's got a couple of things behind it just to this can produce slightly more power than it needs because of our well-being happiness. Also, sometimes when the worker's not in here, the building's on low power, so having a couple of wheels behind it will help, because then if it ever goes, hey, I need power and there's no one running, it's got a backup. So that makes sense. Everything's good. It's just taking a really long time to build things. I think we've got one inventor done here. So, yay. None of these are full at all anymore. You are full, so that's fine. But yeah, it's just taking an absolute age to build anything, because, well, one, the distance is, it's a long way for them to come down here to do this. But also, I just don't have the beavers. So I don't have the beaver spare to do it, to get it working. So yeah, you're going to be fermented cassavas. You should be fermented cassavas as well, and you should be the same. Yeah, I just don't have the beavers to work in the builders' huts in order to go and build things for us, because obviously we're having the holding posts are prioritized here, which I might swap round actually. Let's make those the low priority and bring those up by one. Do that here, because I feel like we need more builders than we do haulers right now, so we can get stuff built, get these built here, we can get these things picked up in here as well. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a priority here, but I'm still in the waiting game. I just wanted to come back and explain this here. It's something that I've always said I'll put it as a high priority so your beavers come pick it up, and I still stand by that. Not when you have this much rubble. When you have this much rubble, it messes stuff up. They're taking too long clearing the rubble and not enough time building things. So priorities are your friends. Remember to use them correctly. I was not using them correctly. Now we are. So hopefully I'll get this built here, but it's going to be another, I don't know how long, to get it done. We've got 17 beavers here, 17 kits here. We've got 6 over here, and we've got 6 over here. I'd like to get another 2. In fact, you know what? Let's turn on these 2. And let's turn on these 2. So they can start going. And hopefully everything will be awesome. I've also had to drop it back down to 16 hour days from 18 hour days. I was on 18 for a while. I've noticed a lot of beavers were starving. They weren't dying. They were just starving whilst working, which means like they'd pick up a log, become starving, run all the way down to here, and then spend most of the night, because it usually happens sort of around most of the night, working on it, and then going back to bed, and then having to get up like an hour later because it's morning. So there are little things. I love the update that's done this for the districts have no range on them anymore. You can go as far as you want to. But I'm really overextending it here. Should have built this when we had the district here, but I forgot. We could always put a district back down here. I'm not going to, because that would be a lot of effort, and I don't have the beavers to spare as it is. So let's just continue and hopefully get this done now, because it's taking forever. Okay, that took a long time, way longer than I really wanted to do. This episode, and please don't think I'm complaining here, but I've been doing this one episode for 6 hours. 6 hours this game's been running for, since when I first started recording to now. So yeah, But it's fine. I've been doing other stuff in the background. It's fine. However, it's taking a long time. So there are a few things we do need to address and get things. First of all, this is done. This is done. We are done here. The drought is finished. We're going to start flooding again. Hopefully this will fill now. We have actually used a lot of water. We've gone down to layer 6, which a little concerning, but it's fine. It's fine. The bit that I need to address is that we have a couple of beavers in every area sleeping rough, which we haven't here. So we need to do a bit of fixing for that. So you've got 18 beavers sleeping rough here. And we need to do a little bit of well, just putting some more houses in. I'm not really sure where I want to put the houses. That's why I'm kind of bit. I'm not sure. I just want to put them on the end. Just do like 1, 2 houses on the end. They support 8 inhabitants, so that would be only 16. That's not enough. Not enough. Maybe we should do some more just over here. Or maybe we should put them on top. Actually, we should put them on top. That's what we should do. We should put them on top. Let's build 3 there. And we will grab some stairs and we'll go up the side here. Boop, boop, like that. And we can run a staircase or across there. And we can do another ladder on the end here. Boop, like that. And there you go. And that can all... There you go. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay. And then the same over here. Let's go over here and just try and add a couple more here. I can't really put any staircases in. Well, I can easily. We can easily put staircases in here, so let's do that. I'm going to put a staircase there and there, which is going to cut the food off. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to cut the food off, but that's okay. We'll do that, and then we'll get a couple of houses in. And I'm leaving space for more houses because we probably want some more later on. So put 3 in there. And, there you go. Okay. Okay, they'll build them. That'll be fine. So, what do we need to do and what do I want to do? Well, first of all, I want to make sure the water floods in here and then starts coming out here and doesn't cause any major flooding back here. This would be the good test for that. Awesome. Also, we need to do a couple of things power-wise. So we have enough science now to unlock the flywheels. So we're going to unlock the flywheels. Boom, turn off that. And the idea down here is, let's see, look at this flywheel. Look at this. Awesome. It's a giant wheel. Literally just a giant wheel. Just cool. Cool. Okay. And the idea here is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll go in there. And then we'll connect the power up from here. And we'll go up. And we'll... I can just do that now, actually. So if I do the universal power shaft, that should connect at the right level. Let me delete these so I can see in here a little bit better. Now we can do this. Yes, yeah, there we go. We can get under the map. So there we go. They're in the right place. They're in the right place. Okay, so we don't have to worry about it. Okay. Boom, boom. So we can do a universal power shaft which connects which way it wants to connect. I could do that. There are no vertical flywheels, so no, we couldn't. So we can just connect these up to each other and basically come all the way to the top of the surface like that, and that will drag power all the way to the top. And then we just put in our 2 high, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and we put in the large wheels there, there, and there. And what that should do is that would auto connect to this. It's saying it's not connected now because these aren't built yet, but once they're built, that will connect all these power wheels, which are connected through each other, to this shaft here, which will then connect them to this flywheel system down the bottom here, which is awesome. However, that's one hell of an investment. That is 40 metal blocks. We have 175 in the entire world. 40 per go. So that's 400, it's 800, plus those two on the end. So it's 880 blocks for that. We are not producing any metal blocks at all. So we need to do that. That's what I need to do here. I need to basically connect. I feel like we need to connect, at least we'll have one power wheel that will spin, so that should be fine. And then rather than build all of this down here, what I should do is I should build these two and this, and then these two and this, and then these two and this, and then build the rest around. Doesn't mean they won't be connected, they won't be used for a while, but it means we get the power wheels in first, and then we can build all these separately. I could alternatively just put in, no, I couldn't put in platforms and then replace them underneath because we'd have to destroy the stuff on top. We have to build it in this order. So yeah, so we've got to kind of do that. So what if we went, hey, don't do any of that, and then normalize this one, and this one, because of the way the game works. But there you go, it will just build those. Awesome. And then let's go up here, let's get a smelter. We probably want more than one smelter here. We'll just put one in. We'll just put one in for the time being. Yeah. And then we'll do the same over this side here, which I think, did I destroy? Nope, I didn't destroy that one there. Well, I think that's what I need to just do the one there. There you go. Should be. Yeah, that is the correct one. Okay. So we'll do the same here. We'll do the same here. Mega investment is going to take, this is going to take a while to build, but I don't have to worry about building it right now. We can still do other stuff whilst it's being built. It's fine. Build order really doesn't particularly matter, if I'm honest with you anyway. Should have built them from that end across so they get connected, but it doesn't really matter. And then you clear that out there, so I'm going to, and there we go. And then we do the same here, so we go boom, boom, boom. And space it correctly, that would help. And then we go water wheel, water wheel, water wheel. There we go, that should work. And then we'll just do the same with the priorities. Drop everything down to low, and then set this one, and this one to normal. So that can get built and we can get the power gun on there. And we want to put in a smelter on the end here. Going to make the smelter slightly higher priority actually on both sides, because we're going to need it like now. So yeah, the other thing I want to do as well is right now this will be controlled by the central district, but it's a long way. If we click on this here and look, it's a long way. It turns down to here. This is 98 blocks away from that district, whereas this one here is 49 blocks away from this district. So maybe we should actually have the power system controlled by the districts on the side. The wood can still be done from the main district. Maybe might even be better to have the wood. I mean, that's 56 now, that would be yeah, so it probably makes sense to have the wood from the main district here, but we then put in a second district crossing like here and have it cross here, so then this will do with it. So when it's taking the scrap metal, it's pressing it straight into blocks, that's fine, and then we can do stuff here and everything can be hopefully awesome with it. I think that's going to be the better way of doing it. That's what I'm going to do, because it seems to make more sense in my head to do it that way. So let's connect you up there, and then we can connect this here. If I left it out, you could build more here, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. It means we don't need the scrap stored here. Where did I store the scrap? That's metal blocks. We want metal blocks stored here. We don't want scrap, do we? No. We don't need scrap stored here anymore. We might get some scrap anyway. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. They will transfer it around anyway. As the scrap gets used, they will find out the storage here for the scrap is lower, so they will transfer it around anyway. So I don't think we have to worry about that too much. So get rid of those two. Let's put in another crossing here as well. But there you go. Okay, and then we can get this one up here, which means this district is responsible for building this and doing things. I think this is too far away for this district to actually come in, for the central district to come and build it, even help build it, because they can walk through through these and build the other sides, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The goods will get transferred around anyway. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So, with that being done, that is a high priority to build. That is a high priority to build. So that should be good to go. I haven't put the farms in here yet because I was going to do Cassava, and I was like, no, we won't do Cassava, we'll do Cassava here. This is working beautifully. This is working absolutely beautifully. All the farms are being attended to pretty much all the time, but the overall food has gone up. The kohlrabies have gone down a little bit, but we've got fermented soybeans and fermented cassavas going well up there. And the fermented soybeans are only struggling because we don't have that many fermenters doing the soybeans. I should probably put more in, maybe on top here, and just run it on the power wheels. This little setup here works wonders. With those are both getting charged up because these only require 50 and these do 52, so they're charged up. So if a beaver from here goes off to get some food or something, then they've still got 100% power all the time to be doing what they need to be doing. So it works pretty well. This is also the same. However, this is really struggling to keep up. It is going up, just really slowly. So maybe getting some more fermenters doing soybeans isn't really going to work. But we could always get another oil press. So yeah. Okay. So this is all working. So what I want to do now is I'm going to fast forward time, and we are going to let the water rise and let the water flood along here, and it will not flood along here, and then it will hopefully flood out here and start spinning our power wheels. But it does have a long way to go. It's got to get up to this level here, so yeah, a long way to go. So let's let that do its thing. And just as we get another drought announced, we get the water blowing over and working. So it's filling here now, which is awesome. Said it before, these produce an invisible wall, so you don't have to worry about water flowing over these. It's quite high. It's about 20 tiles high. It's higher than the map can go, I believe. So I haven't got to worry about that. This is the same. It's always done here. So that's kind of how they've done it with the box on the edge of the map. You don't lose any water that way. It doesn't pour out that way. So, but it's going up. It's going up, and hopefully it will be able to breach and start pouring over. We'll spin that wheel, so this can get some form of power, which would be really nice. If not, we might have to stick an engine in here just to get our scrap into metal blocks, because we need the metal blocks. So, and this might not work at all. This may just fail. It may be that because we lost so much water, because it's such a high volume of water, it may just not fill up on time by the time a drought comes along. So these wheels barely spin most of the time. I don't know. We will see. We will see. We also might, as I said, I believe the water here is of a high enough volume, but look, there's water pouring out on this side here. Didn't calculate that in there, did I? Nope. Okay, we have to fix that. Tiny little things. So there and there. I don't know how I'm going to get over there. And I bet that'll be the same here as well. Yeah, you've got water pouring out there. So that has to go up by 2. Okay. We have to go over there and build that. I'll build a bridge for that and get them to build it and then destroy the bridge probably after that one there. So it may be that the water's pouring out that way too much for this to work here. It may just be that there's not enough flow to fill the water beyond that point, but well, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I think that needs to be done first. So we need to plug some holes. We've got some holes in our system which we need to fix. So, but we'll get there. We will eventually get there. Next time. We also have run out of planks, so we need to do that as well. Many things from the move. Many things from the move that just aren't yeah, aren't prepared. So, okay. This looks as if it is full though. Is it rising? Is it rising? It is going up. It is going up. So, it's a spinning. It's a spinning. It's spinning. Not fast enough to run this because this requires more than 20. But yeah, it's a spinning. So we are working. We will get more flow if we block these off though. So we'll get on with that. But I need to build logs and things. Oh, okay. However, this episode has gone on long enough, at least for me, and probably for you. I don't know how long the actual recording's been because it's split up into so many parts. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. We got there. We have a reservoir, which is good. Very good. It will drain out because obviously it's going to drop back down. So, but we can fix that. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.